What's going on YouTube? Bryce Crispy94 here, bringing you guys another Icons of the Realms opening. Now I know we don't do those anymore, but we do for special occasions, and this is a special occasion. This is the Icons of the Realms Phandelver and Below Shattered Obelisk limited edition box set. So this comes with the exclusive figure right here, the flesh meld, as well as 4 alternative paints for some figures you can get in the Shattered Obelisk booster box, which I will be getting a hold of, and we'll be reviewing the whole box set at once, similar to how we did with the Baldur's Gate set, where I just got the case, opened it, we looked at the figures, moved on with our life. And that's kind of what we're going to do here. So let me go ahead and get this cracked open here. Should have done this beforehand, but forgot to. So so yeah, this is 5 figures. Let's go over this little box here, because the box is actually really cool. So on the side here, let me pull the face cam back up because it's going to be easier to show that off. So you can see the 5 figures in the box. We're going to have a psionic goblin, the OTU mutate, corrupted villager, the encephalon gemule, still not really sure how to pronounce that, and then the flesh meld is the box set. But then here on the back, and I can show that off down here a little easier, you can see a couple of the figures in the set. You have the young amethyst dragon, which is super cool. One of my favorite actually of the gem dragons. You have gibbering mouther, which is pretty sweet as well, gross looking. The goblin psi commander, something cool, psi shield. The oculorb, which is another cool one that I actually do really want because it's kind of a unique model. Most of the rest of them, you know, I can get STL wise, but that one's pretty unique. And then the Mind Flayer Clairvoyant, which is a new Mind Flayer subtype that you can get, or fight, not get, in Phandelver and Below. So yeah, that's it for the box. So let's go through these one at a time. We'll start with our smallest and work our way up. So this is the encephalon gemule. I do have the book. We haven't started playing it yet, but we will soon. But I've been reading through the chapters, and unfortunately these guys are not in the chapter I've got up to yet. So I don't know a lot about them. I do know that they can form a cluster and make a giant thing, but they seem relatively weak on their own. But when there's a lot of them, it can be a bit of a challenge. I don't know. The design is kind of meh, in my opinion. They just kind of bounce around. The psionic goblin here, I do like this a lot. These guys play a pretty big role going forward after the Lost Mines arc happens in the book. They're basically goblins who are blessed by the far realms. And that's all I'm gonna say to avoid spoilers. But yeah, if you do play this, you'll see a bit of these little guys. And then moving on to the corrupted villagers. Again, I know a little bit about these, but I won't say more than they are villagers corrupted by the far realms. Not super special though, but they will play a pretty interesting role in the story. I should probably actually, you know, discuss the mini here. So let's jump back to the Psionic Goblin. Really love that he's got this like psi sword, even though I don't believe that's an ability. I'll have to double check, but I do like the fact that his fist is glowing, as one of the subclasses called a goblin psi brawler, and their fists have that psionic energy radiating from them. So I do like that. And maybe this is an attack or something that they can do. Oh, it's got a silver sword in there, I'm just now realizing. So yeah, that's cool. But then yeah, to this guy, I really don't like Beef Jerky Man. That's what I keep calling these figures. They look so much better in the book, but every time I see this guy on something, I'm just like, he looks like he's made out of beef jerky and not scary at all. So I do have some miniatures I'm going to paint for my corrupted villagers, as I think they do a much better job of conveying what the corrupted villagers about. Next, for the larger mini of the set, the large mini in the set, we have the OTU Mutate, which are OTUs who have been affected by the Far Realms. If you're noticing a common theme here, lots of Far Realm stuff, very Mind Flayer, and you know, that kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Not Spelljammer, but it's blanking on me. But yeah, the Mind Flayer type deals. So a lot of that. But yeah, it's your typical OTU figure. Really, not much has changed other than the fact that it's semi-translucent and has, you know, some fun features that, again, I will not spoil, but yeah, definitely a little more pizzazz with this creature compared to its regular counterpart. Now, this has a tie strap. Let me cut that. And then this is the big selling point of the box set for me. The reason I wanted it was for this flesh meld figure, because it is exclusive to the box set. Again, there are regular versions of these in the actual booster bricks, but it is nice to have this guy, even if it is the variant. So here we go. This is our flesh meld, which I do believe has something to do with the gibbering mouthers, but I can't quite remember what. And I think that's okay, because I don't want to spoil the book for anyone, so my lack of knowledge is, I think, beneficial. But as far as figure wise goes, it's a pretty good hunk of plastic. However, noticing that it's hollow has me kind of like, come on, you know, you're gonna put, and it's not even hollow all the way through. So for a $50 set, they could have splurged a little more. I do believe we could have gotten maybe two of these, or just two of one of them even. Because when they appear in the book, I don't think they ever appear alone. You know, these do, but these guys appear with something. So it would have been nice to get, you know, maybe two of the Gemules. But getting this exclusive figure that, you know, who knows when they're going to release an unpainted version, or who knows if you're going to be able to find something to really convey what I'm sure you can find something to convey what it is in an STL form. But a lot of people don't have 3D printers and that ability. So it is nice that they were just like, hey, instead of trying to buy all the boxes, here's a good start. Especially because these psionic goblins, any goblin figure can take the place of them. These corrupted villagers, again, really any villager or standard humanoid can take its place, especially if you have some models you want to splash some red on. This one is the more unique looking one, so that's why I would have liked two of those. I think that would have really justified the $50 price point that this is. But other than that, I do enjoy all the models in it. I say from least favorite to favorite. My least favorite is going to be Beef Jerky Boy, then the Gemule, and the Gemule may grow on me, but then we're going to go with the Psionic Goblin, then actually the Flesh Meld, even though it is the reason I bought the set. I just don't think it's as cool as the OTU Mutate, but I really like OTUs, and I just like that translucent, toxic look, because they are kind of almost like trash compactors, so giving it that kind of toxic, gross, you know, I am blanking. Radioactive. That radioactive look really makes the figure pop for me. So that's why it's my number one. So hope you guys enjoyed this. Look for some more Phandelver and below Icons of Realms content coming soon-ish, I guess. I think the set releases in January 2024. This video will be out January 2024. So depending on when it gets shipped to me, I'll have the video up. But until then, catch y'all later. Peace.